Hello YouTube, my name is Ricardo Lino and I'm a wheel addict. This is the Usd Aeon limited edition Billy O'Neill review. Something that you should know is that I am not skating this skate exactly how it comes out of the box. Basically I made a few changes, not major changes, but I made a video about those changes. So if you want to see those changes, the changes that I made on this skate, well, you can just go here. There's a video where I explain all that. With that being said, let's go. Let's review this skate. So first thing, comparing these to the older Usd Aeons. Let me tell you that I feel there's a huge difference in comfort coming from the liner. Basically, I was already skating the Usd Aeons before with the second skin liner, but the older skate stock used to come with a MYFIT skinny boy liner. It also has the lacing system like this one has. Let me just show it to you. It also has the lacing system like this one. Let me just get the other one so you can see. Okay, so this is the older version, which there's some steel skates coming like this, but let me just show you the liner, which is the main difference on this skate. The liner on this skate, you can also put laces. It also has these lace loops here on top, but it's a much thicker liner and it just feels different. That's all I can say. Basically, with the liner that comes on the Billy O'Neill skates, it feels like I have more room inside, but because I can tie it on top with the laces and because it's slimmer, it feels like it's super snug around my foot, the liner. Then the way that I usually skate these, I have these super tight, but I don't have these as tight as the liner. Basically, I leave these a little bit loose so I can have a little bit of movement, and the support comes mainly from the liner. Why do I think that this liner is so supportive? Like I said before, yes, it's super slim, and that's why it's called second skin, probably because it's like just as slim as skin. I don't know if that makes sense to you. Anyway, it's a slim liner, but at the same time it's stiff. The material, the foams are super stiff and supportive. And then it has these little Velcro here on the top that will help. Let me just put it here back. I think this will prevent the liner a little bit on torsions, and at the same time I think it might help a little bit also to prevent too much forward flex. Main difference from this liner to the old skinny boy liner, I would call this the third edition of the Usd Aeon. So the first edition came with a liner like this, again, the skinny boy, but it wasn't expandable. The whole material underneath was just like in the back, something that you can't expand. And the second version has an expandable toe area, so it's a dual sized liner. I usually am a European 43 size, which is a UK 10. I could use the same liner for a UK 10 or a UK 11. It's actually cool. The liner expands, but I said this before, this material, it's not as grippy as the heel. So for me that I am a 43 and the boot is usually a 44, I feel like there's a little bit of room, so sometimes you can move your toes. Some people don't like it that much. There's ways to fix it. You can just put it like some little dots of silicone glue or that hot glue or something that you feel like it's gonna be grippy. The MYFIT Fat Boy, they have some pieces of silicone, like the logos are made of silicone, so that it grips inside the boot. This one doesn't have that. On this one, maybe because there's this support arc made out of rubber, this also keeps the liner in place, and because this goes above your heel, it kind of feels that creates a perfect box inside the skate. So again, comfort wise, these USD Aeon, the Billy O'Neill, it's completely different from the ones before, and I would say it's mainly because of the liner, because the boot, from what I know, there's no major changes. On the first USD Aeons, there was a little wing here on the cuff that a lot of people complained about, but I know that USD ended up changing that, and that makes a huge difference. Now that I have this liner out, I know that people usually make the same question: how did they make half of the boot one color, the other half the other color? We all know that this is a one-piece skate. Basically, the frame doesn't come out on the USD Aeon. It's an all solid one-piece skate. So the solution that they found was, of course, they didn't want to paint the sole plate. You're gonna grind over the paint if they would be painted on this part. So the part, the top of the shell, which is something that usually you wouldn't, I mean, like, I don't think you're gonna scratch this part that much, so they painted it. The cuff is still white, but if you look inside, you can see that it's black. So the inside is black, and you can see like the marks. I would say it's even spray painted, or like maybe just put it like in one of those things like that spins around and paints it. I don't really know how this is. I have been skating it for a week, and you look at it and there's not one, yeah, there's a little scratch here, that's it. Other than that, I've been skating it for a week, and I didn't get that many scratches as I know that a lot of people are scared of. Now, what I can tell you is, yes, they do get dirty, but every single white skate gets dirty. What solution am I gonna find for that? I'm not really concerned about having a fully white skate, but if I want this skate to look fully white, well, I'll just put tape on top of the of the black thing. I'll take the laces and I'll just spray paint it. It's white, it's real white, so it's really easy to fix it. Now, support wise, the way that I skate this skate, I trust a lot in the liner. I lace it all the way to the top. Like I said before, the foams are actually kind of stiff, and then I don't really feel the need to tighten these way too much. So my buckle is not tight super hard. I don't feel that need. In fact, I don't really feel the need to use a 45-degree strap. Something like this. You see this? This also comes stock on the Billy O'Neill skate, so I don't feel the need for that. So again, support wise, I think it's actually super good. It's not super restrictive, which you can't have that for an aggressive skate. If I want to do top sides, or if I want to do torque or royale tricks, you don't want your foot to be super restricted, so you want to be able to also do some movement. Of course, we know that most of the movement doesn't come from your foot but from your knees, but at the same time you always need to have a little bit of play here. So with these skates, the way that I choose to skate with them, it feels like, I would even say probably 9 or 10 out of 10, because I have no problems with that. And if you're watching this, I'm pretty sure that you already know that this is a one-piece boot, and the main advantage of having this one-piece boot is there's no bolts here. There's nothing fixing this frame to the boot. So because there is no bolts doing that, what happens here, let me just take it out again. I might even need to take these, and you might not be able to see it, but there's two holes. There's one hole here and one hole there. And these two holes, they are exactly where the second and third wheels are. Basically, that's where usually on any other UFS frame, that's where the screws that fix the boot to the frame are. On this one, there's no screws, because it's a whole one piece. In fact, they even created some room for these wheels to go. So these wheels go really close to your foot, means that you're really low, really close to the ground, and at the same time, you can have the first two wheels and the back two wheels with a lot of distance, giving you a lot of grinding space. So in an era that a lot of people wants to skate flat because they know that you can go faster, the wheels will last you longer, well, this is basically the perfect skate for that, I would say. But because I didn't want that, I ended up putting the two wheels in the middle. I left the stock ones and I put some small wheels in the front and the back. Check this. This one spins, but I can still go on the front, and now the back two wheels are spinning, or I can go on the back two. This banana rocker will make it a lot easier for me to turn. So if I just want to spin on one foot, I will be spinning on 2 wheels instead of 4 wheels. And you might be thinking, yes, but if you also do it on anti-rocker, you can also skate on 2 wheels. Why don't you spin on anti-rockers like that? Because on anti-rockers, you have 1 wheel here and 1 wheel there. So it's a lot harder to spin if those 2 wheels are too far apart. Like I just said, I can spin on the front 2 wheels. So the 2 wheels are far apart like this instead of that. That makes it super easy and super maneuverable. Usually I skate in between the first 2, the middle 2, or the back 2. It makes it super fun to skate. If I would jump the mega ramp with this, no. Would I jump the mega ramp with any other skate? Well, I've never tried it, so I don't think that would happen, so maybe, we'll see, but not with this for sure. I wouldn't skate it this way, the mega ramp. Now, it's an aggressive skate, and most of us want to grind, right? It's amazing for a lot of the tricks, and when new, they are perfect for soul tricks. Once they start getting used, somehow they get a little bit slower. I'm not doing this based on the review on this skate, but based on skating Aeons for almost 2 years now, maybe even more. When you do a soul, it's the exact same material as when you do a backslide or when you do a torque. So it's always the same material. Doesn't necessarily need to be a problem. You see, there's 2 little pieces sticking out here in the back. There's 1 piece in the back, 1 piece in the front. Kind of like the old school skates used to have soul plates, just like the USD Psares or even the Salomon skate. There was less surface touching when you would do a soul or a macchio trick. On this skate, when you buy them, there's 2 pieces here, which are a little bit lower, like I just said. But after skating it for a while, you're gonna be sliding on the whole surface. And because you're sliding on the whole surface touching, it becomes a little bit slower on soul tricks. I felt that especially on alley-oop soul tricks, alley-oop macchios and stuff like that. I don't think you would feel it really bad, especially because it's a progressive thing. You started skating like this and you are the one who break into the skates, you know? But the reason why I felt that more often is because I change in between skates quite a lot. And then if I'm skating a skate that has the soul plate new and it's sliding super fast, and then I go back to this, which is already used, then I feel the difference. But if you're just skating it the whole time, I don't think you're gonna feel a huge difference. It's nothing too bad. Then soul and negative spaces, they're quite amazing. I would say it's made in perfect size. It's really easy to do topside tricks with these. Some skates are also super easy to do topside tricks, but then when you turn, you fall because the soul plate touches or the frame touches. On this one, it feels like it's done with the perfect height. I don't know, it just feels like it's easy to turn without the boot touching. In fact, as you might have seen in the intro of this video, I can do wheel slides, and for you to do wheel slides, you need to bend your foot without the boot touching. So that's usually a way for me to see how safe the skate is. If when I try to turn, if the soul plate touches right away, then that was something that used to happen a lot with super wide soul plate skates. Something like the shadow skates, with me that happens more often because I feel like the soul plate is too wide. So when I turn, or even some frames that doesn't have these little sides shaved here, so it's kind of square. So when you turn, then, or if you use your wheels too small, in fact I'm using 61s in the middle here, maybe if I'm going to be using 56s or 55s, then I'm going to feel that. But that's also something that you're gonna get through after like a few days skating, and after a few turns, maybe a few falls, and you're gonna get used to it. If it's a one-piece thing, how is it going to be when it comes to shock absorption? Let me tell you, I might not be the best guy to give you a shock absorption review because I don't really do gaps. It comes with this shock absorber, which has these little wings on the side so that it just stays in the right place. Let me just put it back on. It's really easy to put it in the right place, which it's something really annoying with some skates. I'm not naming any skates, but sometimes it's really annoying that the whole thing, the whole shock absorber just moves inside. These ones have like some little cuts on the inside of the boot, and then those wings just go inside and make the shock absorber stay in the right position. That's cool. I did told you that the shell boot is painted, but you should know that the cuff on this skate is actually real white plastic. It comes with an aluminum buckle, strong enough. The wing here that protects the buckle is good enough. And something which is really cool is the laces. They are super strong wax laces. The liner laces are not that good. I would change them for something a little bit stronger, but I didn't have any problems with that yet. What I'm gonna do with these ones, I'm gonna also try to find something like these in black. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find them, because these ones, like I just said, they're amazing laces, long, strong, but white. And I would much prefer to have black laces, because usually white laces just get trashed and dirty. Any other thing that I would change on this skate? Not really. I really like them the way they are. You might be wondering why I didn't do any torque tricks or royale tricks or stuff like that in those intro clips that you just saw, but I've been skating the Aeons for almost 2 years. I know that they work amazing for all that. So basically, for like the regular type of skating, aggressive skating that you might imagine, this is the perfect skate. If you want to torque, amazing. If you want to do unity tricks, amazing. If you want to do backslides, amazing. It does work really good for all types of grinds. And I wanted to try them this way, if they could be more agile. Yes, they are already agile because they are a flat setup, but using them with a banana rocker, even more agile, and they worked amazing. The support is amazing. I don't even know what else to say. I don't want to seem like I'm just saying good things about this skate, but it's the truth. They really are amazing skates. If you're looking for a pair of skates, and if you don't plan on changing the frame, this is for sure the way to go. You can go super fast in the park. You can actually cruise the streets really good because you skate flat. Then if you want to play around like I'm doing with wheel sizes, you can do it. But you cannot change the frames. That's the only thing that some people don't like. I don't see it as a problem. I actually see it as an advantage. Makes this skate super solid. Other than that, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We're done here. And we're so done that I just want you to leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about this review of the USD Aeon Billy O'Neills. It's a limited edition. There are not going to be more of these ever made. And if you like this video, thumbs up. If you didn't like it, thumbs down. Let me know why you didn't like it. And more important than anything else, don't forget why we all started skating. And that is because it's fun. Cheers guys, and see you soon.